Describe the CIA Triad and its components. Information security. According to NIST, it is the protection of information systems from unauthorized activities in order to provide confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These three principles are known as the CIA Triad. The CIA Triad here. Here we have three different principles. Confidentiality, which is similar or equivalent to privacy. For confidentiality, access to resources or data must be restricted to only authorized subjects or entities. Data encryption is a common method of ensuring confidentiality. Integrity, on the other hand, involves maintaining the consistency and accuracy of data over its entire life cycle. Data must not be changed in transit, for example, when it is sent over the internet or using a local area network. And steps must be taken to ensure that no one or an unauthorized person or subject makes any changes to our data, so it cannot be altered by unauthorized people. It is very common to use hash values for data integrity verification. For example, when you download a new operating system from the internet, one of the first things to do once the download is ready is to compare the hash values that there are provided by the author of the operating system and the hash value of the downloaded file. They must match to make sure that the integrity is accurate. Then we have availability. Ensuring availability requires maintenance and upgrading of hardware and software and operating system environments. So basically, it is about keeping the business operations up and running. Firewalls, proxies, computers, everything has to be up and running 24/7, 365 days. Now, business continuity plans, disaster recovery, redundancy. All those are best practices considered for availability to guarantee that the business is always running. In this video, you will learn to describe what these four key terms mean in the context of cybersecurity: vulnerability, threat, exploit, risk. Greater than section, we will review four key terms: vulnerability, threat, exploit, and risk. A vulnerability is a flaw, loophole, oversight, or error that can be exploited to violate system security policy. For example, a software or an application that has code vulnerable to a buffer or flow exploit. Threat is an event, natural or man-made, able to cause negative impact to an organization. It could be a storm or a hurricane or a hacker, for instance. An exploit is a defined way to breach the security of an IT system through a vulnerability. Like the buffer overflow example that I gave you before. An exploit could be a piece of code available on the internet to execute such attack against an application that happens to be vulnerable. And a risk is the probability of an event or that an event could actually happen. In this case, the likelihood of a vulnerability to be exploited.